It's trick shot time!
Oh boy!
Welcome back to another episode of Learning Trick Shots is a load of fun. All right, guys, today I have a special one for you. It's a variation of one I've already shown you before around the wall. But this one is oriented very differently on the table, requires a slightly different set of skills, but pretty much the same concept. But before I get into it, if you guys are enjoying the content that I've got on this channel, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified when I get a new video out, and also leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing with these trick shots, if you need any help, or if things are going pretty well for you. I'd love to hear back from you and have this more of a community than just me rambling on about trick shots. Anyway, so without further ado, we're going to pull this shot up for you. And this shot is a variation of the around the wall shot, only this time we're set up on a half table type scenario. So as you can see from the diagram, the balls I'm using are a little bit different than the diagram, but it's the same situation, all right? So we're replacing the 1 ball with the 5 ball, the 2, 3, and 4 with the 14, 11, and 15, and then the 8 ball with the 7 ball, just so that doesn't get confusing for you guys. But as you can see from the diagram, you want to set up your cue ball even with the first diamond on the short rail and roughly about a half a diamond on the long rail. Pardon me. The next thing you want to do is you want to place your 1 ball, or in my case in the video, the 5 ball, right in front of the center diamond on the short rail and just a little bit off the rail. You do want a little bit of space there to make this shot work. Your 3 blocking balls are going to start even with the second diamond. The first 2 are basically going to go straight across the table, and then the third one kind of bends in just a little bit. All right. And then your last object ball that you're going to want to pocket in the diagram is the 8 ball. In the video, it's the 7 ball, goes right in front of the side pocket, with the edge of it being even with the pocket's points. All right. So, a couple differences I want to point out to you. This shot is designed for a 9-foot table. So you can pull this shot off on a 9-foot table without elevating your cue. But on a 7-foot table, I'm going to show you here in just a minute, you're going to have to elevate the cue a little bit in order to get enough spin on the object ball to pull this shot off. The other thing that you're going to have to keep in mind, too, is that you're going to have to use a little bit of extra speed and a little bit of extra force to make it happen. Thus, your cue ball is going to do a little bouncing on a 7-foot table. On an 8-foot table and a 9-foot table, that's probably not going to happen. You should be able to get enough spin to make this shot work because you've got the extra room on the table. So, as you can see, I have the execution diagram up. And what you're going to do is you're going to aim to make your first object ball. In the diagram, it's the 1 ball, video 5 ball. So you're going to aim to make the 5 ball in this corner pocket. All right. Once you do that, the cue ball is going to hit the rail, come out, and then around and curve into the 7 ball. All right. To do that, you're going to need to use roughly 10:30 to 11 o'clock spin on the cue ball. And you're going to want to give it a good 3 to 4 rail speed, okay? And if you haven't seen any of my earlier videos, what I mean by 3 to 4 rails, I mean if you start the cue ball here and you go 1, 2, 3, or 4 rails, all right, with the cue ball. So we're talking about a 3 to 4 rail cue ball speed on this shot. And pretty much that is it for this shot. It's relatively simple, just like the other around the wall shots that I've shown you. I think this is like the 4th variation of the shot. It does come in handy in games. I've actually used this one in a game one time in order to drop my last 2 balls and get shape on the 8 ball. In this particular video, you'll notice that I actually scratched because I hit the 7 ball way too solid with this. However, most of the time you are going to end up hitting this ball either to the right or to the left of it, which keeps the cue ball on the table. In the instance that I did it during a game, I actually hit the right side of the 7 ball, and the cue ball came up table and left me with a shot on my 8 ball, which was over here at the time. All right. So with all that said, let's go ahead and watch this video, and then I got a special treat for you afterwards. And there you have it, folks. And my special treat for you is, instead of just doing the standard replay, I'm going to show it to you in slow motion. Now, if you watch this carefully, you'll notice that with the elevated cue, right, being roughly 15 to 20 degrees elevated, I'm still hitting that 11 o'clock position on the cue ball, which kind of creates a bit of a mass A type effect to it. But you'll notice that the cue ball will actually lift up off the table just a little bit. And you'll see that when the cue ball reaches about here, you'll see it come off the table. You'll notice there's a little bit of separation between the ball and its shadow. That tells you that the cue ball came off the table a little bit. When it makes contact with the 5 ball, it'll hit the rail while it's still in the air, which is why you get that hopping effect that you saw. So I'm doing this in slow motion so that you guys can see all of this actually taking place, because it's part of the physics of the game that we all need to understand in order to be effective at the game. So here we go in slow motion. And just so that you guys can get another chance to actually take a look at that cue ball bounce, cue ball coming off the table aspect of it, I'm going to play it one more time. So did you notice that? If we back this up a bit, so if you notice right here at contact, I'm trying to get the right spot. You'll notice here, you can see the cue ball has a little bit of elevation to it where it's riding high on the rail. That was that little cue ball hop at the beginning of the shot that I was referring to. So take a look at that one more time. And that's what gives it that big hop off the rail. Okay? Now, that is the shot for today. Oops, I got the wrong video up there. Sorry about that, guys. Let me fade in myself. There we go. All right, so that is our shot for the day. It's the what I'm referring to as the mid-table around the wall shot. It's not a complicated shot to set up. It's not really a complicated shot to perform, but if you're not used to it, it can be a little difficult. But like I said, in order for this to work on a 7-foot table, you're going to have to elevate that cue a little bit and give it that 3 to 4 rail speed in order to get that effect that you just saw. 8-foot and 9-foot tables, not so much, because this shot was actually designed for 9-foot tables. And you got a little extra room to be able to allow for that spin to catch and kick in. I did it this way because this was the only way that I could find that it would actually work effectively. The closest that I came without elevating the cue was about 1.5 diamonds beyond the side pocket for the spin. But on a 7-foot table, elevating your cue that 15 to 20 degrees and giving it that good 3 to 4 rail speed, you see what happens with it. All right, guys. So there's another trick shot for you to practice and try and get proficient with. If you do, you'll have another tool in your tool belt to actually win some games and matches. All right, guys. So that's it for this week. Next week, we'll have another good one for you, as always. So make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment, and we'll see you guys next week.